remember that they're changing my voice. This is part 2, and it's about how sociopaths have ruined July 4th. They've ruined the country. They've ruined the world. What have you. It's not just sociopaths, also psychopaths and narcissists, and they're very similar to each other. So a sociopath is somebody who lacks empathy, has an impaired conscience, right? So they don't really have a strong moral sense. And they disregard the rights and feelings of others. This is very similar to a narcissist who is preoccupied with themselves. They have a false sense of entitlement. They have an excessive need for admiration, okay, and they have no empathy, little to no empathy. They lack empathy. So, when we look at the sociopaths, right, they're people who think that they should persecute the person who is proven with objective facts, not the opinions of some racists in the churches, objective facts, that he's the Son of God. Now, if you're some kind of psychotic, racist, homosexual, or some kind of inbred Dixie idiot, or some kind of lunatic Zionist, then perhaps you shouldn't listen if you can't help but to say something stupid or try to distract or try to act like some kind of government puppet. Okay? But if you actually want to learn, you should listen. There's a difference between Billy Graham and Joel Osteen and every preacher and priest and minister and imam and rabbi on this planet with an opinion, with mere human rules, customs, traditions, and opinion, and the psychology of their groups as they feel moved by religious texts, if they even feel moved. Most of them these days are just trying to swindle people. There's a difference between that and objective facts. When you're a serious and wise person, you're going to put the objective facts over people's feelings. Even in the Bible, it says you know them by their fruits. I go as far as to say it's getting at the objective facts in regards to their fruits. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, how do you know what is right? Right? You have to look at things in terms of objective facts. The facts with no ulterior motives. For example, if someone has a top martial arts challenge for 13 plus years, and there's countless martial arts studios that are aware of, martial art schools that are aware of that challenge. And they know, many of these people know, that this person is by default the top martial artist because of the black belt history, right? Kuro Obi means black belt. Obi means King Hut Essence Center Temple Core in the Igbo language. The word Obi is Igbo spelled backwards, and Nigerians as a group, on average, at the highest part of the spectrum, are the most athletic people on the planet, specifically because of martial arts historically. They didn't always play basketball, they didn't always play football, what have you. They didn't always do boxing, they did martial arts. They cultivate mind, body, soul, and spirit. So if somebody who is from the royal family of where the essence of martial arts comes from God through man, someone like that, which is me, makes a challenge to everybody, and they resort to cheating and hiding. It is an objective fact that I'm the top martial artist. Everything else is just somebody's opinion. An opinion that is favoring cheaters and liars and cowards, people who are trying to run psychological operations on people. Now, if you're one of the top, say, 10% of people when it comes to intelligence in America, you have no doubt in your mind that there's psychological operations taking place. There's sabotage, there's cancel culture. You have no doubt in your mind that I'm the top martial artist, objectively speaking. Everything else is just an opinion. It is much greater to face adversity. Courage is a martial art principle. Than it is to just train in the middle of nowhere. Part of martial arts is mental development. If you think you're better off not accepting the challenge and saying that you're better, or you're better off just being a monk instead of trying to help people, then you're not thinking very effectively. You're looking at a world full of religions, and you're saying that yours must be right without doing an effective comparison. And that's not transcending. And transcendence is also a martial art principle. So when we look at this situation, we see that there is a lack of empathy in society. There's a sort of a sociopathic spirit, a lack of empathy. People don't seem to have a strong sense of morality, right? Their consciences are impaired, and they discard the rights and feelings of others, especially the most righteous person that ever lived, the top martial artist ever possible with an objective scale, because no one has ever done anything comparable to what I've done in martial arts. Nobody. I have the greatest martial art challenge in human history, and I made it at a time where there were, when I first started, maybe 7.8 billion people on the planet. Now there's over 8 billion. In the information age, that information got out. People in intelligence agencies do martial arts, and they have martial arts schools, and they're in cults. People in police do martial arts. There's martial arts schools and cults. People in the community, I commented on countless videos. I talked about on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, what have you. I even talked about it when I went on Tinder and various dating sites, certainly Tinder. I'm pretty sure on Plenty of Fish and OkCupid, what have you. I got the message. Well, I was even on bumper stickers on my car when I was in California. Bumper stickers for years. The most populated state and one of the most populated countries in the world, with people from all over the world. I bent over backwards to get the message out. And some people have conceded my point. And so when we look at my world record speed, the top martial arts challenge, we see that these are objective facts. And then on top of that, it defaults with me because I'm the one Igbo saying that I'm the top martial artist in a way that's believable. Therefore, the wordplay in Kuro Obi, cure, the O, the reproductive cycle, Obi means black belt, a sign of rank. So we see that we're in a sociopathic society that lacks objectivity. They don't care about the Constitution and my rights or feelings. The press, they're supposed to have freedom of press. Why aren't they covering it? Some of them are jealous, cults, trash. Some are afraid. They're cowards. They don't want to lose their job. So they don't cover the most important thing ever because they don't really care about honest journalism or the freedom of the press or the Constitution. They just care to save their own skin, which is the opposite of Christ, the Christos, the top martial artist ever possible. Courage is part of what defines me. Outside the gates are the cowardly. We see the cowards in law enforcement, cowards in the military, cowards in the government. So the American spirit is infested with psychopathy, sociopathy, and narcissism. I'm the son of 2 doctors. Any doctor should be able to tell you, if you have a serious problem, a serious ailment, if that doctor doesn't tell you that, that healer doesn't say, hey, that's your problem, they're not doing you any favors. The sick sons of bitches who think that they should cover it up for their kid rape pride and for their allies, for the allies of kid rapists and their pride. They're not doing you any favor. So ask yourself, is America about honoring the Son of God and rallying to him, or persecute him because you're following sons of bitches as a bitch? That is the question.